comes to pay his respects to you.
See, what a strange meeting. He is the very one of whom I spoke to you.
Oh, that is extraordinary.
You are surprised to see my children can be so old. But I shall soon get rid of both of them.
Man, to tell you the truth, I little expected such an event. My father surprised me not a little today when he told me the decision he had come to.
I can say the same thing. It is an unexpected meeting, and I am certainly far from being prepared for such an event.
Madam, my father could not make a better choice, and it is a joy for me to have the honor of welcoming you here today. At the same time, I cannot say that I will rejoice over your intention to become my stepmother. It is a title that I cannot wish you to have. I know to some this speech would seem coarse, but I feel as though you understand it. This marriage, madam, is altogether repugnant to me. You are not ignorant. Now that you know who I am, how opposed it is to all my own interests, and with my father's permission, I hope you will forgive me when I say that things dependent upon me, this marriage would never take place.
What an impertinent speech to make, and what a confession to make to her.
And as my answer, I must tell you that things are much the same with me. That if you have any repugnance in seeing me your stepmother, I shall have no less in seeing you my stepson. Do not believe, I beg of you, that it is of my own will that this trouble has come upon you. I should be deeply grieved to cause you the least sorrow, and unless I am forced to it by a power I must obey, I give you my word that I will never consent to a marriage which is so painful to you.
She is quite right. A foolish speech deserves a foolish answer. I beg your pardon, my love, for the impertinence of my son. He is a silly young fellow, and who has not yet learnt the value of his own words.
I assure you that he has not at all offended me. I am thankful, on the contrary, that he has spoken so openly. I care greatly for such a confession from him, and had he spoken differently, I should feel much less esteem for him.
Ah, you are very kind to forgive him thus. Time will make him wiser, and you will see that his feelings will change.
No, Father, they will never change. And I earnestly beg of you, madam, to believe me.
Man, he's getting worse and worse.
Would you have me false to my inmost feelings?
Stop! Change your manners again, if you please.
Very well. Since you wish me to speak differently, allow me for a moment, madam, to take my father's place. And forgive me if I say to you I never saw anybody as charming as you are. That to be your husband is a glory and felicity that I should prefer to the destinies of the greatest princess upon the earth. That I can understand no happiness equal to that of pleasing you. Yes, madam, to possess you is in my mind to possess the best of all treasures. To obtain you is all my ambition. There's nothing I would not do for so precious a conquest. And the most powerful obstacles, I just really...
Ah! Gently, gently, my son, if you please.
These are complimentary words which I speak to her in your name.
Bless me, I have a tongue to explain my own feelings, and I don't care to have an advocate as you. Here, bring us some chairs.
No, we should go to the fair at once in order to be back earlier and have plenty of time for talking.
Have the carriage ready at once. Excuse me, my dear. I forgot to order refreshments for you before you went out.
I have thought of it, Father. I have ordered some baskets of China oranges, sweet charms, and preserves, which I sent for in your name.
Valera!
He has lost his senses.
You're afraid, Father, that it will not be enough? I hope, madam, you will have the kindness to excuse it.
It was by no means necessary.
Did you ever see, madam, a more brilliant diamond than the one my father has upon his finger?
It certainly sparkles very much.
You must see it near.
It is a beautiful one. It possesses great luster.
No, madam, it is enhanced to beautiful. It is a present my father wished to give to you.
Isn't
that true, Father? You wish him to keep it for your sake?
What?
A strange question indeed. He has made me sign something to force you to accept it.
I would not.
No, I beg of you, do not take it back.
I'm bursting with rage!
It would be...
I tell you, you will offend him.
Hey.
By no means. He's perfectly shocked at your refusal.
Villain!
You see he's in despair.
Traitor!
Really, Father, I feel I can't persuade her to accept it, but she's obstinate.
Rascal!
Then you, madam, are the cause of my father scolding me.
Scoundrel!
You will make him ill for goodness sake, hesitate no longer.
Why all the ceremony? Keep the ring if the gentleman wishes you to.
Keep it now, sir, in order to not make you angry, and we'll take another opportunity of returning it to you.
Sir, there's a gentleman here who wants to speak to you.
I have engaged myself, and I do not wish to be disturbed.
He has some money for you.
I will come back again presently. He is guilty!
What's the matter, Father? Have you hurt yourself?
The rest must have been bribed by some debtors to break my neck.
There's nothing serious.
beg your pardon, sir. I thought I'd better run fast to tell you.
What?
Your 2 horses have lost their shoes.
No! Quickly take him to the smith!
In the meantime, Father, I will do the honors of the house for you and take this lady into the garden where lunch will be brought.
Brother, take care of this, I beseech you. Save as much of it as much as you can, so that we may take it to the tradesmith again.
I will.
Ah, wretch! Do you mean to ruin me?
Let us come in here. We should be much better. There's no one about us we need be afraid of, and we can speak more openly.
Yes, madam. My brother has told me of the love he has for you. I know what sorrow and anxieties and tragedies may cause, and I assure you, I have the greatest sympathy for you.
It is a great comfort in my trouble to have the sympathy of a person like you, and I entreat you, madam, ever to retain for me a friendship so capable of softening the cruelty of my fate.
Oh, it really is most unfortunate that you didn't tell me about all of this before. And I just softened the blow and not carried things so far.
What else could I do? It's my evil destiny which has willed it so. And you, fair Marianne, what have you resolved to do? What resolution have you taken?
Alas, is it in my power to take any resolution? And dependent as I am, can I do anything else except form wishes?
No other support for me in your heart. Nothing but mere wishes. No pitying energy. No kindly relief. No active affection.
What am I to say to you? Put yourself in my place and judge what I can possibly do. Advise me, dispose of me. I trust myself entirely to you, for I know you will never ask of me anything except what is modest and seemly.
Alas, to what do you reduce me when you wish me to being guided by entirely feelings of strict duty and of scrupulous propriety?
But what would you have me do? Even if I were, for you, to divest myself of the many scruples which our sex imposes on us, I have too much regard for my mother, who brought me up with great tenderness, to give her any cause for sorrow. Do all you can with her, strive to win her. I give you leave to do and say all you wish, and if anything depends upon her knowing the true state of my feelings, by all means tell her what they are. Indeed, I will do it myself if necessary.